This book it's the Machinery's Handbook. So it's a book that every machinist has in the world. It has all of your equations and tolerances for milling metal. And it was given to me by my dad when I started the company. My dad was a millwright in the 1960s. This book was given to him by his master when he started apprenticing. So when I started the company and started learning how to machine metal, he gave me this book. And the reason it's so important is because this is the book that I learned how to make all the parts for that went into the first prototype of the scanner. So, so thanks to my dad for helping to make the scanner. We originally created it for ourselves to be able to have a good starting place for modeling, but after that we started finding a whole bunch of uses for it.
Drew did the first prototype. 3D printing, it's the future. You've got a lot of pretty disheveled looking pieces of plastic kind of duct taped together.
Flash programming and had a working scanner. I mean, it took 8-10 hours to scan an object with about 200 points. That's changed a little bit now. I mean, we get 2,000 points a second, so that's substantially faster. We ended up with a pretty awesome machine that was way better than what we had originally intended.
Drew and I used to work at a company together prior to starting this. Eventually, Drew decided to come and do this, and then shortly thereafter, I followed him.
Quit my job to start the company and get a shop and put all my money. It felt like putting all your chips on the table, you know, you were all in at that point. We pressed launch on the campaign and slept very poorly that night. People started hearing about us and people started posting publications about, or articles on publications about us, and it was overwhelming. You don't know what you've gotten yourself into. People got so excited about it in the community when we put it online that it just became a company. We just had to be a company. There was just too many people interested. People that are dependent on you, you want to provide them the best thing possible. You promised it to them and they're looking for it and you want to give it to them.
Our backers have been incredibly supportive. You know, we missed a ship date just based on the fact that we got way larger volume of orders than we expected.
They've been so behind us since the very beginning because we've been honest with them, so they're very honest with us. And that's the relationship we have with them, and they're what make this amazing. The Matterform team was handpicked by me and Trevor, not just our friends, but people that we know we work really well with, people that have the same mentality as us, people who want to be honest with our consumers, who believe in truth behind the product, truth behind the company, openness, being forward with people. Those are the people that we work with. And the team that we've developed have the most eclectic skill set. They're the people that make this company amazing.
Well, I started out as a lawyer on Bay Street at a firm that was focusing on intellectual property, and you know, eventually I got into just all things innovative, so every need of an innovative company, and these guys became a client of mine, and I fell in love with this company, and before long I knew I needed to be here.
Although this isn't necessarily new technology, to a lot of people it's science fiction, and it's fun to be working in a space like that. And I see us continuing to do that. And I'd like to build the brand so that people recognize it as something that they can trust, as corporate as that sounds.
We're expecting a lot of feedback from people in terms of how they want to use this scanner in different ways. We want to learn about other markets, other people that are interested in using the technology when it's never been available to them at this price point before. We've also got all these ideas that we just couldn't put into the scanner originally. We still want to add because of timing or because of money or whatever. We couldn't add those features. So we want to add those into version 2 and really make it amazing.
You know, just given the team that's here and given the product that this company's starting with, I think in 5 years, the sky's the limit. I know for a fact that in 5 years there's going to be scanners all over the world in people's hands, in people's houses, in shops, in companies. You know, people are going to have this thing. But I think more than that, in 5 years, there's going to be the next thing that this company does and the next product that this company launches. So take over the world. That's what this company's going to do.